Good morning and welcome to the fresh edition of Frontiers of Knowledge of Dr. Lamba's Awakening Call. We are witnessing breakthroughs every day. There are breakthroughs in Medicare, there are breakthroughs in healthcare, there are breakthroughs in transportation, and artificial intelligence is superseding all human intelligence. Superseding but not likely to supersede because creator is always bigger than the creation. However, health is a major matter of concern to most of the individuals, so we will talk today of the four major new developments in Medicare and health. Cancer today is such a bugbear that the people are scared even of the world. They think it's incurable, which it is. And therefore, it is something to be feared. Here comes Umeå University in Sweden, which has identified a virus which has a natural taste for cancer cells. Now, what this virus does is, when you take it up or whether it's injected in you, since it has a natural taste for the cancer cells, it goes directly to that virus, to that cell, eats it up, so that the cancer cell becomes the natural food for the virus. Nevertheless, it is yet to be determined what happens to the virus after the cell has been eaten. This virus in question is called HDAV52. And this possesses a certain protein. And that protein binds a type of acid which often shows up in lung cancers and brain cancers. And that binding enables the virus to eat up that tumor, that cell, that is otherwise very difficult to treat, especially the brain cancer. And they have tried this virus on 72 cases, which were terminal cases. And out of 72, 69 people recovered. Out of 69, 3 more died in the next 2 years. But even then, out of 72, if 5 people do not recover and the balance recover, it's great achievement because no medication ever is 100% successful. Now, such a virus can be used to treat patients with a kind of large solid tumors that do not respond to any other therapy, including chemotherapy. So this is a major development thanks to the Umeå University researchers in Sweden, that they have created HADV52 virus. And natural virus treating you naturally, curing you of an untreatable disease is really a great advantage. That being so, we are always troubled by MRIs, colonoscopies, biopsies, and so on and so forth. And there comes the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and they have developed a pill. And this pill, you have just to swallow this, and it will diagnose your problems and transmit it to your phone, to your smartphone. So another app on your smartphone. And this pill has a sensor. MIT has been working on this pill for the last 3 years. The pill is not small. It's the size of a pen cap. And the prototype sensor combines electronics with useful bacteria. This bacteria enables the sensor to detect signs of excessive blood in the gut, from where it is coming, how it is coming, and then transmits the result to your smartphone. And the doctor can make you swallow it. It is a sensor which cannot be digested, so it remains in the body. It packages living bacterial sensor with a readout electronics into a small capsule. The cells were genetically engineered to start glowing when they detected home molecules released during the bleeding of the stomach. And the low level of light given up by cells was detected by electronics in the capsule and transmitted to the user telephone. The user's telephone can be yours or it can be matched to the doctor's. The advantage of this indigestible pill is that using sensors, they are able to perform detection in harsh environment like the GI tract, and in principle engineered to sense many different types of molecules. So the complete GI tract problems can be seen by this. Now the MIT researchers are wondering whether we can ingest it outside the GI tract or not. If they can, then practically all the diseases which affect mankind can be tested. But at present, then there is no way of ingesting it. You can put it inside by operative therapy, but according to them, that may not be possible because once you place it, implant it, it remains at one place. While in the GI tract, it travels down the food pipe. Long term, the team envisions that the pill being swallowed by patients at home to provide a biochemical picture of their gut. And immediately with this sensor, they have been able to manage a range of diseases, including gastric ulcers, inflammatory bowel disease, colorectal cancer, and they say that this would enable them to reduce the need of invasive procedures like colonoscopies and biopsies. Another big achievement, because anything which goes invasive has a certain danger. When it's a colonoscopy, there's a danger. When there's a biopsy, there's a danger. But ingesting a capsule, which might not be very easy being the cap-sized capsule, but still it is quite an achievement. And MIT has done it. It has been done at the human level again. There's a second stage of any development in Medicare. First is tested on the animals, and then is tested on the humans. And then it goes in the field trials. And after the field trials, it goes to FDA or the Health Canada or other bodies which approve it. So the first and the second stage have been done. And now the third stage will start, that is the field trials. Along with that, again, coming back to cancer, we talked of two cancers, the brain cancer and the lung cancer, where the cancer-fighting virus can enable us not only to detect, but also to cure it, which I discussed at first. And now for the ladies, they should not feel that they have been neglected. They have come up with breast cancer therapy, which is not chemotherapy. You know, chemotherapy has a lot of negative results. And some people relapse after that. There's no complete remission. They become bald, they suffer from side effects, they become weak, and so on. So those patients who are diagnosed at an early stage are the subjects of this new therapy, which cures them without chemotherapy. Those diagnosed with early stage invasive hormone receptor positive breast cancer undergo a genetic test. And this genetic test is called Oncotype DX. It raises the likelihood of the recurrence of the breast cancer on a 0 to 100 point scale. The test looks at 21 different genes inside the body that are known at present to play a role in the development of breast cancer. And when they see these 21 genes, they analyze the results and are able to find out which is the suitable remedy for that. And they have come up with a remedy called endocrine therapy, which blocks estrogen from reaching the tumor in the breast that would make it grow. So the raw material which makes the cancer grow and harm the patient is blocked and destroyed. The estrogen, when it's destroyed, not the complete estrogen, but the estrogen which is flowing to the breast cancer to sustain it and to develop it, that is destroyed, and the cancer doesn't grow. Then by other means, they plan to destroy the cancer cells which are not growing. As a matter of fact, it has been identified statistically that at least 60% of the patients of the breast cancer are such where it can be detected at an early stage when the stoppage of estrogen can enable the patient not to go in for advanced stage of breast cancer and can be saved. And the further pain can be prevented. But however, this endocrine therapy is at present only at the animal level. They have tested in the animals. Now they will test on the human beings, and then it will go to the field trials. So two tests for cancer, one for GI tract. They are quite big achievements. But then there's another thing coming, and that is Russians coming. Karlusha Institute of Technology in Germany has developed a prototype device that's an electronic nose. This nose can detect and analyze odors. It's extremely useful for patients suffering from allergies, suffering from asthma, and other respiratory diseases. The device contains sensors that can compare with the electrical resistance of the airborne molecules to previously programmed sensors. So this device you carry, and when it detects a match, it can alert the user to the things like spoiled food, like pollen, like scents, presence of dangerous gases. And then, this technology, according to the researchers, can be embedded in appliances, electronics, and even in your smartphone, giving you a backup nose. Now, this backup nose is, as I said, extremely useful nowadays as pollution is increasing. And with the increase in pollution, the capacity of the people to tolerate those diseases and those allergies is becoming less and less. That being reduced, they are amenable to falling sick, especially children and the elderly patients. So this backup nose can be an ideal solution to the problems of the seniors who want to go out but cannot go out, or asthmatics, or people suffering from COPD or other diseases. This is not invasive. It doesn't relate to the body. The whole device is within your phone or in any other appliance which you normally carry. As a matter of fact, one of the researchers said that it can be a part of a smart watch. So you immediately know that where you're going, there's a danger of XYZ scent which can trigger your problem and you better avoid it. So these four new developments are quite an enhancement in our Medicare, and health issues can be resolved without invasive surgery and preventive steps can be taken. I would say hats off to these scientists who are doing so much for the human beings. Thank you.